Mosquitoes have killed more humans than lions, more than sharks, more than snakes, more than wars. In fact, one tiny insect may have killed more people than any other animal in history. But here's the strange part. Mosquitoes are not a modern problem. They were here long before cities, long before farming, long before civilization itself, which creates a very uncomfortable question. If mosquitoes were already everywhere, and ancient humans had no bug spray, no mosquito nets, no medicine, and no hospitals, then how did humanity survive? Why weren't our ancestors constantly eaten alive? Why didn't mosquito-borne diseases wipe out entire tribes? And could mosquitoes have secretly changed the course of human history? The answer turns out to be far stranger than most people realize, because ancient humans weren't just fighting nature, they were fighting one of the deadliest enemies Earth has ever produced, and that battle may still be shaping your life today. When people think of dangerous animals, they picture giant predators, a lion charging across a field, a crocodile lurking underwater, a pack of wolves hunting in the dark. Mosquitoes don't seem scary. They're tiny, fragile, easy to squash. Yet they are responsible for more human deaths than any other animal on Earth, not because they bite, but because they carry diseases. When a mosquito bites an infected animal or person, it can pick up parasites and viruses. Then it becomes a flying syringe, delivering those diseases to the next victim. Even today, millions of people become sick from mosquito-borne illnesses every year. Now think about ancient humans. No medicine, no vaccines, no understanding of germs, no idea why people suddenly became sick. For them, a mosquito bite wasn't just annoying, it could become a death sentence, which leads to an even bigger mystery. How did our species survive hundreds of thousands of years living alongside them? Ancient humans didn't live inside sealed houses. They didn't have window screens. They didn't have air conditioning. Most of their lives happened outdoors, exactly where mosquitoes thrive, near rivers, near lakes, near wetlands, near standing water. And unfortunately, those places were also perfect for humans. Water meant life. People needed it to drink. Animals gathered around it. Plants grew nearby. Everything humans needed for survival often existed in the same places mosquitoes loved. It was a terrible trade. Stay near water and survive. Stay near water and get bitten. Move away from water and face thirst. This wasn't a problem humans could simply avoid. They had to solve it another way. And surprisingly, the solution may have started with one of humanity's greatest discoveries: fire. Most people think ancient humans used fire for only three things: light, warmth, cooking. But fire may have done something else that was just as important. It created smoke, and mosquitoes hate smoke. Even today, people around the world use smoke to keep insects away. Campfires, burning leaves, smoldering plants. The smoke confuses mosquitoes and makes it harder for them to find targets. Now picture a prehistoric campsite, a fire burning throughout the evening, smoke drifting through the air, families gathering around it. To ancient humans, that fire wasn't just comfort. It may have been an invisible shield. Without knowing anything about insect biology, they may have accidentally discovered one of the world's oldest mosquito repellents. And once humans learned this trick, something interesting happened. Their behavior began to change. Humans are survival machines. When something causes problems, we adjust. Over thousands of generations, people likely learned patterns. Certain places had more mosquitoes. Certain seasons were worse. Certain times of day were dangerous. Mosquitoes are usually most active around dawn and dusk, exactly when many ancient humans would have noticed increased bites, so they adapted. Some groups may have slept closer to smoky fires. Others may have chosen campsites with more wind. Mosquitoes are weak flyers. Even a gentle breeze makes it harder for them to land. Some shelters may have been built specifically to reduce insect exposure, not because people understood mosquito science, but because experience taught them what worked. Generation after generation, small lessons accumulated, and those lessons helped people survive. But there was still one huge problem. The bite itself wasn't the real danger. The diseases were. And this is where the story becomes much darker. Imagine someone in your tribe suddenly develops a fever, then chills, then weakness, then confusion. Nobody knows why. Nobody understands parasites. Nobody knows about infected mosquitoes. All they see is a healthy person becoming dangerously sick. This happened countless countless times throughout human history. Diseases like malaria have existed for thousands of years. In some regions, they became one of humanity's greatest killers. Entire communities could be affected. Children were especially vulnerable. Many people likely died without ever understanding what caused their illness. Today, we know the culprit. Ancient humans didn't. To them, disease seemed mysterious, random, unpredictable. But something remarkable was happening behind the scenes. Evolution was paying attention. Tonight, when you hear a mosquito buzzing near your ear, you're hearing an ancient enemy. The same enemy that annoyed prehistoric humans. The same enemy that spread disease for thousands of years. The same enemy that may have influenced migration, evolution, and survival itself. And yet, despite all of that, humans are still here. Not because we were stronger, not because we were faster, but because we learned, we adapted, we shared knowledge, and we turned even the deadliest challenges into problems we could solve. Which raises one final question. If something as small as a mosquito helped shape human history, how many other tiny things are shaping our lives right now without us even noticing? If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more strange questions about ancient humans, evolution, history, and the hidden forces that shaped our world. Because sometimes the biggest stories start with the smallest creatures.